Hi everyone, welcome to the third episode of the UGC playbook. Today we're going to go over how to build the ultimate UGC portfolio that will get you hired. So your UGC portfolio is one of the most important parts of your UGC journey because this is what brands are looking at when they decide if they want to work with you or not. So think of this as more of like a visual resume. You're not really telling them what you can do, but you are showing them what you can do. So where should your portfolio live? Your UGC portfolio should live on a website. This way you can simply send brands a link and they have access to everything right away. I personally recommend building this through Canva because you can publish websites on there completely free, and it is what most UGC creators are using. If you do want a full tutorial on how to build your portfolio in Canva specifically, watch my next video and I will be going through an in-depth like do's and don'ts for building that out. Now for this video in particular, I will be structuring it in two parts. First is the foundation, which is what the foundation of a UGC portfolio should look like and what you should include as a beginner so that you can just start pitching. And the second part, we will be going over what to add once you have more experience and when you want to start attracting higher paying clients and bigger brands. So you can always do the foundation first, and then once you have a bit of experience under your belt, you can come back for part two. Or if you already have a UGC portfolio and you already have a bit of experience and you're trying to elevate now and you're trying to go to that next level, then definitely stay tuned for part two of this. They're all going to be in this video, but I'm just doing it step by step so it's a bit easier for people to understand, and so you're not getting overwhelmed by the more elaborate one and like, oh my God, I don't have all this prepared yet. So yes, let's start with the foundation. So the very first thing that you will need is a title page. You start with a clean title page. You don't want it to be overbearing. You should include your name, a photo of you, a clear photo of you, your main niche or niches. I have wellness, beauty, lifestyle. If you don't have a particular niche yet, it's definitely worth having a conversation with yourself on what products you personally are drawn to and what you can see yourself creating for. For example, it could be tech and apps if you're into that kind of thing. Beauty, fashion, if you're more into the aesthetics, or also like maybe you are an explorer at heart and you want to do more remote work, then perhaps the travel niche could be more for you. And with this, you don't want to sometimes having a niche can actually restrict you to certain brands. So you don't want to go too hardcore in the box, but you more so want your niche to be kind of like a guiding direction. So, for example, my portfolio reflects a focus on wellness through the tone and its aesthetics. However, you can definitely see that I'm bringing voice to the fact that I have experience with other brands as well, but I'll get to that in the About Me section. So another thing that you will want to include on this title page is your email. This is very important. Your email needs to be clearly visible. Brands should never have to go looking for your contact information because if they cannot find it, it's very easy for them to find someone who can fill that spot very quickly. So these brands have so many portfolios coming in and so many people reaching out to them that you want to provide a sense of an ease of use to them. You want things to be easy. You want to make their job easier. So if they have to go searching for your email immediately, it's too easy to just go to the next candidate. So definitely put your email on this front page so that there is no missing it. Below this page, you will have your About Me section. So in your About Me section, if you had watched my video on getting started in UGC, this text should mirror your opening pitch email closely. If you haven't seen that video and you don't know what I'm talking about, basically note your niche, your experience level, some information about you, and you can feel free to expand with this with anything else that feels important and like something you should include. If you do find that video, the getting started in UGC one, I also have like text below. If you're on my Patreon, you can find that text below, where you can literally copy paste it, or I will also be posting this exact UGC portfolio here as well, so you guys will have access to that, so you can just reference mine and cater it in a way that makes sense to you as a creator. I really like, when we're talking about content and trend jumping and stuff, like sometimes it's okay to copy what works for creators and recreate it in your own way. So I'm so down for you guys to just copy certain parts of my portfolio and then recreate it in a way that that connects to more of the content that you are creating, if that makes sense. So in this section, include additional photos of yourself, ideally with product shots or stills of you interacting with products, so that this can help the brands visualize you creating content for them. Now you have your portfolio section, and this is where you will include examples of your work. Now, a common mistake that people make is adding too many videos, okay? So you only want to include your best work here. Unfortunately, brands do not judge you by your best, they judge you by your weakest piece. If one video feels off, they may assume that is like the level that you will deliver for them. So you want to be very particular about the content and the videos that you are including on your UGC portfolio. I find around 6 videos is a sweet spot. If you have additional product shots, you can include them there as well. I have a little pet UGC question mark with my cat as well, just like finding other little ways to open myself up to different brand collabs. I include, so you will see below here, I have my Black Magic shots. I have access to high quality videography as well. You do not need to worry about this at all. However, it is good to note that you can always offer different add-ons depending on your access to equipment and setups. Just something to be aware of. Like, again, most people do not have that in their portfolio, and I only included that because I have access to a camera like that. But yeah, I mean, let's say you have some kind of fancy lighting equipment or something, maybe you can include that there as an add-on and have like the difference between UGC with it and UGC without it. These are all ideas. You totally don't need to do that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I got a call. So the next section is who am I? This section is a bit more personal. It gives brands a sense of your energy, your interests, your demographic, essentially your personality. After all, your personality will be reflecting their brand, so it's a good little tidbit to include so that they can get a better understanding of who you are. Then I have my price list. This is where you include your rates, any add-ons, any terms. I'll go deeper into pricing, packages, and how to maximize your rates in a future video. So keep your eye out for that. And then you're just going to end it with your contact section, include your email again, and add a simple call to action. Something like, I have openings this month, I'd love to schedule you in. I find that it's good to kind of make it sound like, let me see if I can fit you in there. Like, even if you have like nothing booked that month, like, let me just check my availability here. You know, it's good to make it seem like you're doing the work and you got things going. Now we're gonna be getting into part 2. So everything I just went through, that's like the foundational portfolio. If you're getting started, then that is a good that's a good place to go, and like you can start using that to pitch. Yeah, it's more than enough to start pitching and sending your portfolio out. And I'm gonna now walk you through how to elevate your portfolio once you do have more experience. And yeah, if this was all good for you and part one was enough, definitely save this video for later, so that you can always come back to it when you are ready to expand, and yeah, when you're ready to start making more money and attracting like higher ticketed clients. Okay, so part two, leveling up.